Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the St. Campus Center Gymnasium. My name is Brent Ingram. I'll be keeping you company here, as I did for the last semifinal, if you were here for that. If you weren't, welcome. Once again, you're in for a treat, because this first semifinal was amazing volleyball, and I expect nothing less from the second one. Right now, we've got the WM Wealth Greenbacks facing the Dinos Volleyball Club for a spot in the finals, going up against JVC. Starting us off with this first serve of the second to last match of the season, Alex Cook. Big serve from Keith West. Nice pass from Bader. Hamish Hazelden going off a block and out. Liam Coop goes up with one hand and flushes it down. Greaves goes outside to Latuila. Not quite, a little too high for Tyler Latuila, the State Trojan, who picked up player of the game last week. The middle run is dug by Bader. Nice set to Tim Finnegan. Muscles his way through the block and gets that point to continue this Dinos run. Latuila going up, doing a bit of muscling of his own, going off the hands of the triple block and out. Off the trouble set by Keith West. Coming back to serve, it'll be number 2, Liam Laidlaw. Up front in the middle is Scott Burnett, number 1. West digs the hit by Coop. And Hamish Hazelden closes down the shot cross court. Latsuila's pass is off. He'll have to make do with a roll shot. Into the middle, off the hands of Scott Burnett. That's Jordan Lentz, the former Mount Royal Cougar. Good serve by Hazelden. Just a laser cross court. And Tim Finnegan pressing in that right hand. Being strong on the line shot. The Dinos take an early 5-point lead here in semifinal number 2. So since last semi was the first seed versus the 4th seed, naturally this one is the 2nd seed versus the 3rd seed. And this is much closer in the standings than that last one. Dinos snuck into 2nd seed after picking up 2 clutch wins in the last 2 rounds, rounds 5 and 6. But still capturing the 2nd seed by only 1 point. So the Greenbacks, although they are the 3rd seed technically, both these teams ended the regular season with 3 wins and 3 losses. And either one could take this. It's tough to say right now. As well, these teams have a 1-1 record against each other. The Dinos lost to the Greenbacks in 3 sets in round 3 and then beat them in 4 sets last week in round 6. Latsuila passing it up with one hand, going off the roof a bit. A good job by Maddox Greaves to calm that ball down and get it to the outside, and Latsuila to finish it. Savannah walking there with a tasty little roll shot down the line. Putting the serve receive in trouble, getting the point. That one a little more heat on it. Cook goes right side to Finnegan. Reaches up high and snaps that ball going back door. Outside the block, but into the court. Tough shot to defend, especially from a veteran player like Tim Finnegan. Alex Cook sees that one coming and gets on top of it. He's got the height for it, standing 6'6". Will be going into his 5th year setting for the University of Calgary. Latsuila going after Bader, who gets the pass and swing. Latsuila the dig. West and Cook jousting at the net, and the hands of Cook are on the net. Point Greenbacks, serve Latsuila. That serves long. It's Liam Coop. Back to serve, currently playing for the University of Calgary. Keith West's ball. Alex Bader. Thinking on his feet. Going up and putting that one down. Hard and a bit of a scrambly play at the net. Greaves outside to West, trying to use the block again. And Keith West is on the net before the ball could land all the way outside the court as it was. Liam Coop going back to serve. His team doubling the score of the Greenbacks, 12 serving 6. Deep corner for Keith West. Good looking kill from their most high profile player coming off a national championship with the UBC Thunderbirds in his last year of eligibility. Bringing the Thunderbirds their first national title in something like 30 years. Alex Bader, meanwhile, putting in a lot of work on his left side. Trouble at the net there, and again, Alex Cook goes up and flushes it down. Keith West can't quite stop it. And we've got a substitution coming in. Maddox Greaves will exit. And setter number 4, Jarvis Karchewski, coming into set here. Finnegan with the free ball. Back row, Liam Coop. He's got a wide open look from the back row. Makes good use of it here. 15-7 the score. And the Greenbacks are going to have to find a way to settle down their passing and get a side-out rhythm going. This set is going to be over very quickly. Good way to start. Liam Laidlaw out of the middle. Ball had some crazy spin on it. The serve misses long. Another Dinos point. Technical timeout. 16-8 is the score. What's interesting to note is that was the score of the first set when the technical timeout came around of the women's semifinal that just happened. That ended in a 5-set win for the 4th seed CMS Crush, in case you are interested, which I am. Crush went on to win that one in 5 sets. Congratulations to them. Playing right now on the women's side, Trolley 5 Venom and Cold Garden Tropicals. But we'll get back into this men's game here with Alex Cook serving now after one full rotation. His team up 8 points. Right side to West, dug by Cook. Will Young going out to Tim Finnegan, off the hands. And Savannah Walking Bear, maybe not pressing back towards 6 as much as he should be, which I mean by that is position 6, back middle of the court. And Keith West just having a ton of trouble using the block, going around the block, getting any real swing on these balls. A lot of them falling inside or they're very tight. All he can do is tip. Into the middle, Laidlaw off the block. Karchewski outside to Walking Bear. And that's called a double hit contact. Cook's serving run continues. Outside to Walking Bear, flushed back in by Finnegan and put over by Walking Bear. Hamish Hazelden getting up so high, but putting the ball too far outside. The serve of Keith West now. Big serve from West. Kept safe, Tim Finnegan. Finds a way to score. That is the Tim Finnegan special right there. Just finding a way to put that ball in the court from wherever he is. Coop goes up and cuts that one off. Going down the line. Very nice hit from the left side. Let's wheel her right into the arms of Hamish Hazelden. And this is turning into a very quick set. The Greenbacks hit double digits, 22-10 now. At this point, what you're playing for is momentum. And really, that's just about it. You want to feel differently at the beginning of the second set than you do right now. Sorry about the score troubles, but it's updated and accurate right now. Laidlaw back again to serve. Finnegan off the hands. Racking up kills like they're going out of style. Walking there, right into the block. That's Liam Coop and Jordan Lance connecting to shut the door out of right side this time on Savannah Walking Bear, which brings us to 24-11. To 11, excuse me. Good serve by Walking Bear, taken by Will Young, and Finnegan will swing, gets a piece of the block, comes back over from West. To the right side now, too far wide. It's a pretty flashy attempt there by Alex Cook, although no one really bit on his fake at the attack. Another good serve, but a great pass, Alex Bader. Jordan Lance finishes that one up, 25-13 in a very quick first set here. Pretty much the opposite of that first game we saw between JVC and the Smashing Gavel. So we will see what these teams bring here in the second set as the Greenbacks surely reset their mindset. And we'll come back with the start of set number 2. Lachuila with a big serve to start up the second set. And it's a little too much to handle as a tight pass turns into a not that great set, turns into a hit that goes out. Another good serve from Lachuila. Perfect pass that time. Hazelden off the block, dug by Scott Burnett. And it's West off the block and digs it up. And it looks like they're calling Maddox Greaves on the net. Greenbacks pleading their case. Tough rally to follow. A lot of stuff going on at the net. So at the end, when the dust settles here, it's 1-1, Dinos ball. And Keith West hit across court. The ball of Will Young going up off the roof. Hazelden off the block again. And a center dump. Maddox Greaves. Making everybody look like fools. Good serving by Laidlaw. Cook goes right side now to Finnegan. Cross court. And Scott Burnett sliding into position, trying to dig that ball, but it goes off his platform and way out, back into the other court. Good leave by Keith West. He's been second guessing himself at the very end, but that ball does fall out. And it's Maddox Greaves now going back to serve. With that low toss spin serve. Gets a lot of heat on it, off the net. Finnegan down the line. Fooling Kyle Hall, who leaves it, thought it was going out. Right on the line. Nice serve from West. This one again. Wow! Alex Cook putting a new twist on that setter dump. Giving it a combination of the dump we just saw Alex Greaves perform and the classic set it back over the net that every setter dreams of doing. Ooh, Scott Burnett hitting out of right side. Outside this time, another dig, this time off Lachuila. Right side to Burnett again. Getting it done. Scott Burnett, the, I guess now, former middle. Was a middle for 5 years at Queen's University. And a middle all through club, but here he's stepping in at right side. Hall, perfect pass. And Liam Laidlaw is up at the perfect time. No one challenging that middle run. Just popping out of the hands of Maddox Greaves. Bader's roll shot. And I mean roll shot. Rolls over almost the entire length of the tape. unfortunately for him, back onto his own side. No roll shot for Bader that time. Swings into the block and uses it. Going out. Another point for the Dinos to try to chip into this early Greenbacks lead. Latsuila into the hands of Tim Finnegan. A couple of ACAC players duking it out. Latsuila, a player in this very gym for this very school, St. Trojans. With Tim Finnegan playing for St. for a few years before finishing his career in Red Deer. That's a big block from Hamish Hazelden. Going up, getting so high and pressing over. If you're curious, Hazelden has a block touch of 10 feet, 10 inches. Cook, right side to Finnegan off the block. Still good. This time outside. Alex Bader off the hands. And Keith West can't bring it back.
Adrian! Where's the physio? Where's the medical staff?
The tip of Latsuila is put back. Greaves takes a swing. Looking good there, takes matters into his own hands, ties the score up at 9. Big serve, Latsuila. Will Young shanks it. Going out, and that's a strong serve leading to an ace. For Tyler Latsuila, hailing from New Zealand. Into the middle. Hamish Hazelden, again reaching very high. If the block's not up and formed, there's a good chance it's going to go off you or going to miss you completely. You already know his block touch, but if you're interested, his spike touch is 11 feet, 9.5 inches. There's the kill from Keith West. He's trying to pump everybody in the gym up with that one. Now, perfectly timed roll shot from Liam Coop. Catches the defense on their heels. You just love to see that. I do, at least. Greaves almost gets the wipe off the block. Played back over. Off the net. And Greaves sets it over. Hazelden with the dig. Someone's on the net. Point Greenbacks in a, I guess you could call it creative and scrappy, of course, rally. Big serve from Greaves. Splitting the defense and catching the end of the court. Another big one from Maddox Greaves. 2 quick points there on the back of the setter. Ooh, going down the line this time. Played up off the roof, and they're going to say it was a pancake. Greaves looking for a pipe, but there's no one there. One-handed set from Cook, dug by Greaves. Both teams reset. Back row, Alex Bader. And it's Greenbacks point. Bader steps on the line. We're going to take a timeout here. Odd, considering in 1 point there's going to be a technical timeout. Maddox Greaves bringing the heat from behind that line. Even out of the timeout, and he'll just walk right back in there. Get a little more time to think about it. Not seeming to affect him right now. Very well done by the Greenbacks to bring themselves back into this game. They've already topped their personal best for set scores in a night. For tonight, anyway. Currently up 5, 16-11 against the Dinos. Again, this is an even matchup. Both teams, this is the second and third seed. They both ended 3-3. Dinos are only the second seed by 1 point over the Greenbacks, so what happens in one set does not necessarily mean it'll happen in the others. Another crazy serve from Maddox Greaves. That had so much spin on it. And when it caught the tape, the ball redirected. He'll just keep adding to that ace column, just like Graham Schmulin did in the last semifinal. And it's close. But finally, the steam runs out here. Very nice serving run from the setter, playing for Trinity Western in the fall. And Keith West, I forgot to mention, also has a bomb of a serve, but puts on the line there. A nice set up to Mitch Higgins, and they're going to say it didn't catch any piece of the defense on its way out. The lead is down to 4. Liam Coop goes back to serve. Greaves back set to Scott Brunette. Doing very well on the right side. It's Jarvis Karchewski once again toying with that line, but finding himself on the wrong side of it. West with the perfect pass. Brunette off a block. Out of system to Tim Finnegan. Dug by Kyle Hall down the line. Letzuila puts over the free ball. Alex Cook, right side set to Finnegan. All he can do to just tip it. Outside to Letzuila again. Wipes it off the hands of Alex Cook. My mistake. No touch on the block. Point Dinos. Alex Bader going up against that triple block, seeing red. He just wants to attack that thing, and attack it he does. Doesn't need to fight a way around it if he can just go through it. The pipe run is dug off that block. Cook into the middle. And Hamish Hazelden puts it down for the Dinos. And the Dinos crawling their way back here, only down 2 at this point. Ball's coming over, Hazelden. Okay, well it looked like something totally different happened from where I was sitting. Well, it looked like that was on his side of the court after all. So, Tyler Letzuila with the serve. Catching the line. Very nice serve from the Trojan. And there'll be another timeout from the Dinos here. Partly coached by Rod Durant. Partly tonight by Kirill Dubrovsky. And partly player coached. They got a motley crew of bench bosses. But it's served them pretty well so far. Easier serve from Letzuila. And Tim Finnegan, classy gentleman, admits to being on the net after the swing in his follow through, when initially the call was that the block was on the net. Ooh, some crazy spin on that one. Hazelden, once again, gets the set from Alex Cook. Letzuila passes into the middle, Laidlaw. Playing some pinball with the defense. Off one arm, off another, and out of the court. So that sets up set point. After a dismal showing in the first set, the Greenbacks are ready to tie this one up, 1-1. Right side, Tim Finnegan. Off the block, still played over. Maddox Greaves gonna have a swing, dug by Young, and Tim Finnegan finishes that. Nice heads-up plays from a lot of people on both squads in that rally. Keith West off the hands, finishing the second set, 25-20. And it's like the first set never happened. So we're going to head into this third set all tied. Both teams clearly understanding what they need to work on if they want to bring this thing home. And we'll find out what they do when we come back here. All right, everybody. I promise you I'll only use this line once, but hold on to your hats. It's time for some stats. I was curious, because as the great Michael Wilbon once said, playoffs are for old people. It usually comes down to the most experienced, who can compose themselves in those high-pressure situations. So, I looked into the rosters of all the teams on the men's side here and wondered which ones are comprised mostly of veterans, meaning a player who's finished university or playing pro or retired. And which one, and how many players, are still student athletes. So in that last game between the Timberjacks and the Smashing Gavels, the Timberjacks won, albeit extremely close, 15-13. But the Timberjacks have the highest concentration of retired players, veterans. 10 out of the 14 of them. Smashing Gavels, only 6 of the 14 players have finished their careers in some sense or another. On this side of the semifinal bracket, the Dinos have 6 veterans to speak of. 43% of their team has finished their career or to some level. And the Greenbacks, meanwhile, only 36% of their team, 5 players of the 14, are not student athletes anymore. So if my theory holds up, the Dinos will have an edge just due to experience alone. But hey, this is too close to call. This is only a theory, so we'll see how it goes. Finnegan off the block. Cook, the back set to left side. Dig by Latuila. Welcome back to the third set. Sorry about that. You didn't miss too much. As Liam goes up and contests Maddox Greaves' dump, putting it right back down where he found it. In case you're really curious, you also missed a couple of missed serves. That's the second time tonight West has fallen victim to stepping over the line. We'll hope he gets a handle on that. He really's got a bomb of a serve. Scott Brunette, using his height, using his reach out on the right side, living the carefree life of a right side after being a middle for his entire career. What a switch that is. Doesn't even have to pass. Roll shot easily dug by Young. Finnegan using the block as he has done all night. off the hands of Lechuila, putting his team up by 1 point, 5-4. The score as Jordan Lance heads back to the service line. Hamish Hazelden going up and crowning Liam Laidlaw. Pass of West is perfect. And Alex Cook reaches into Tim Finnegan's lane there on defense and instantly throws his hand back and starts apologizing. Hazelden snapping. Greenbacks blocker on the net. An unforced error. Giving the Dinos the point, kind of bailing them out. Keith West with the pass and swing out of the back row. Hazelden admitting that he got fooled. Good serve. Liam Coopy passes it right up. Alex Bader off the block. And again, it looked like a Greenbacks blocker on the net. And that's got to be something you watch as a team. You don't want to get out of control with those. Scott Burnett, for once, having a little trouble out of right side. That one falls in. Once again, I kind of forgot to give this little disclaimer before the game started, but any mispronunciations of names, discrepancies with the score, rest assured, we are working on it. Hamish Hazelden, he's up so high and he's hitting straight down. It's hard for me to see sometimes which side of the net that ball's falling on. But that time, it's on the opposite side, the block not properly formed. Hard to when he's hitting from 11.5 feet. Finnegan trying to catch a piece of the block or something. And the refs are saying he did. The rest of the Greenbacks disagree strongly. All right, point Dinos, serve Hamish. Keith West against the triple, slowed down and played up, right side to Finnegan. And those sets are falling a little too far inside for Tim Finnegan to really work with. And where last set Maddox Greaves went off on a service run, that brought his team up by 5. That one just ends in a miss, and so does Tim Finnegan. Alex Cook wins the joust, but it's going back out. Burnett Easy dig for Alex Bader. And another time, that makes 3 so far in this set. The Greenbacks block is on the net, and that'll be point Dinos. Ooh, the serve of Liam Coop. Dancing, making everyone guess. I guess with this camera angle, you guys have a terrific view of that. So let me know in the chat if you feel so inclined. Let me know if you thought that was in or out. Whatever's on your mind, really. I'd love to hear from you. What's your name? Where are you from? Savannah Walking Bear, the serve. Lance off the block, into the middle, no touch. Laidlaw pretty far out the court, hitting the bottom of the bleachers. Lance will go back to serve. So both teams plugging away here. Trying to slog through some volleyball that maybe isn't the quality they want, but find their way through it. That's a good sequence there from Tyler Latuila. Catches Alex Cook trying to shuffle furiously outside and just at least get his hands up on that, but he's drifting to his right. And an easy target for a left side. Alex Bader doing what he was born to do. Use the block. One of the best hitters in the youth sport last season. I believe he was top 5 in kills per set. Keith West looking real good out of the back row. West off the block. Nice dig by Coop. And the Greenbacks come away with one that definitely should have been put back over. That brings us to the first technical timeout. Despite all the back and forth so far, the Dinos sit on a 2-point lead, 16-14. Tied up 1-1. And it remains each team's mission to find their way out of this miss-serve, side-out volleyball, to just break through into a serving run or some kind of blocking run. Get a few points and get that edge heading into the late points of the third set and try to take that advantage. Outside to West, he tips it, and Hamish Hazelden basically just tips it back over on his way down. He reaches over there. Nice dig by Bader on West. Liam Coop goes up and has a swing on the hands of Liam Laidlaw. Once again, he's drifting to his right. He's not really set. He's just desperately trying to throw his hands up there. Another quick timeout here from the Greenbacks. Head coach Sean McKay has definitely got to settle his boys down here. It's somewhat of a different Greenbacks team than we saw earlier in the season. They lost two of their big hitters. Nick Dubinsky to injury, and Nick is on the bench. I'm not sure what the nature of his injury is. I know he's had a lot of trouble through his career with a troublesome shoulder. But take that with a grain of salt. That's a speculation. As well, they lost Tim Taylor, who's taking an opportunity to play for the Australian national team and represent as a volleyroo. So good for him. And it's up to the Greenbacks to do the best they can with that. Keith West is dug. It's going back over. West again. Off the hands. That time. Greenback point. Yeah, nicely done by both players, West and Young, to keep their heads. And again, Jarvis Karchewski just barely missing the back of the court. You've heard of riding the ace train. This is the miss train currently. There's a big serve from Keith West. Nice pass and swing. Liam Coop. Got a very fluid approach. Coop does. 6 foot 3.5 out of the University of Calgary. Entering the court, John Isaacs for Tim Finnegan. The former St. Trojan and former Bahamas national team player. Scott Burnett returning to form. Gets a kill out of right side there as Mitchell Higgin, another U of C player, going back to the line. Oh, never mind. He'll be subbed out. Savannah Walking Bears coming back in. Bader with a high, hard, and very deep swing into the back corner. That is just about undefendable if he can do that every time. Trouble pass leads to a free ball. Alex Cook is dug on that first swing attack. And it's Scott Brunette. Who else? Finishing that up. Alex Bader will not be denied. It's 23-19. 2 points left to take a 2-1 lead. Reeves into the middle, catches Liam Laidlaw coming in maybe just a bit too tight, but there's no block there, so he just softly puts it down to the floor. Big serve, Letzuila. Nice pass from Coop. Bader off the block of Keith West, and a little stare down to go with it. And that will undoubtedly be the subject of the ref captain conversation. Cool it a little bit. After Keith West's tip falls and scores quite easily, Jarvis Kochewski gets another shot as a serving sub to get in here and finish this, keep his team alive at the end of this set. That's a great serve from Kochewski. Right side to John Isaacs. The roll shot is dug by Letzuila. West off the block, dug by Young. Cook outside. Liam Coop. The linesperson's calling a touch, but the head referee has overruled that, as is his prerogative. So he'll have a little chat with the linesperson, and we'll see where this set ends up. And it'll be a Greenbacks point and a Dinos timeout. We'll be right back. And the Dinos won't even need a timeout. That missed serve takes them to within one set of the final with a match against the Timberjacks. And the Greenbacks, or the money bags, the wallets, whatever you want to call them, will have to bounce back and see if they can take this to yet another fifth set. The big serve from Tyler Lechuila starts us off. Great play to put it back over by the Dinos. But it's a kill out of the middle from Mitch Higgins. He's so pumped up after that kill, he forgets where he is. We've all done it, Mitch. I sure have, many times. Ooh, down the line that time. Lechuila, West, the party ball. That's a no-doubter. Quick 2 points for the Greenbacks. Hamish Hazelden serving it at Kyle Hall, and Maddox Greaves just goes up and puts it down. It didn't look like anyone actually knew what happened. Finnegan, wow, almost. Well, Mitch Higgin, I don't know if that was lucky or if it was the read of the century, but he gets his body in front of that ball and almost comes away with the dig. Keith West is dug by Will Young outside. Liam Coop off the block. Gets that kill, ties it up at 3. West trying to do too much. Going cross court there and out. As the Dinos take a slim lead. Tim Finnegan going back to serve. He's been picking on Hall. This time Lechuila passes it tight. And that's the shot he's looking for. West pounds it cross court and in. Off the tape and an easy pass. Coop trying to sneak it down the line. Catches a big old piece of antenna on his way. The lead is back in the Greenbacks' favor. Big swing by West. The defense can't keep up with it. Point Greenbacks. And if they're just going to keep changing leads, I'm not going to announce it every time. It's back and forth here early in the fourth set. Cook goes up and dumps it with one hand. Laidlaw has to do a trouble set. Greaves puts it over. Cook outside this time. Bader down the line. He catches Greaves moving into position a little bit too late. Jordan Lance floats it into Hall. Back row. And that's West this time catching Lance out of position on that back row attack. Putting it right in the spot the pin defender is supposed to cover on a pipe run. Bader over the triple block. Doug and Greaves goes outside. Lechuila wipes it. Still good. And coming over, Scott Burnett finishes it down the line. What a dig off the wipe. Was that Tim Finnegan? That was the read of the century. Unfortunately, Scott Burnett is just too good in his new role out of right side. This is what he's been missing his whole life. Almost brought back by a diving first Liam Laidlaw, second Keith West, but it's into the stands. Alex Cook goes back to serve one more time. Outside to Letzuila. That's out. They're looking for a touch, and they found it. This time the head ref going with the linesperson's judgment. Cook saves it. Finnegan puts it over. Greaves outside. Letzuila tips. Finnegan somehow finds his way through the block and down to the deep line. You can just see it on Maddox Greaves' face. He's as confused as we are. But I told you, that's Finnegan in a nutshell. Find a way to score. Great set from a crouch. Maddox Greaves puts it up in Mitch Higgins' wheelhouse. Gives it a nice little pop. Big serve from Letzuila. Cook goes outside. Coop rolls it over the double. West tips it deep. Will Young tries to get to it, puts it too far, out of reach for even Tim Finnegan to get. So Tyler Letzuila coming back. He's having a great night from the service line. Another big serve from the Kiwi. And nicely done, Liam Coop. Having a little battle with Maddox Greaves on the left side. Hazelden, right to West. Maddox Greaves! Goes up, sees the party ball coming. And once again, the ref's got to say, listen guys, I know you're all friends. I know you're having a lot of fun. Let's just cool it with the trash talk. And what's funny is that there's not really any trash talk. It's just looks. They're just looking at each other. But in volleyball, that is trash talk. Finnegan down the line. That cross-body shot, so deceptive to a defender. You can see Mitch Higgins did not even see that one coming. Well, he may have. But his body was not prepared for it. Coop getting the best of the block one more time. Greaves struggling to find a way to contain that left side attack right now. Greaves can jump, no doubt about it, but there still is something of a mismatch happening there. That time, No touch on the block. Greenbacks still up by 2 points, 13-11, but the Dinos itching to get back in there and pushing to equalize. Good effort by Kyle Hall off the touch off the block in the hands of Keith West. But as it stands, the lead is down to 1. Liam Coop in the back row. And Alex Bader, who you definitely don't want to see in the front row either. West going with a short float serve this time. Outside to Bader, off the block. Played up by West. Letzuila roll shot. Finnegan off the hands of Letzuila, who goes up kind of haphazardly, and the instant it touches his arms, he knows. That was the opposite of a solid press. And against all odds, the Greenbacks keep their 2-point lead and continue to push for this 5th set. Greaves pushing it out to Letzuila. Another really athletic looking set. But Tyler Letzuila puts it out long. And we are all tied up at 15. Hall puts it out for Greaves. Letzuila dug by Coop. Tim Finnegan that time missing the block and the court. Puts it out long. Scott Burnett goes back to serve. But into the technical timeout we go. This match, just the epitome of close battles. They're so evenly matched, these two teams. 16-15. Dinos up 2-1. Anybody's guess right now as to whether or not this game will end in 4 sets or go to the traditional 5 sets. So none of us get home before midnight. Which, you know what? This is some good volleyball. I wouldn't mind that. But you folks at home may want to grab some coffee. Cook flicks it back to Bader. Off the hands. Clean kill, and the score is tied once again. Alex Bader with a really aggressive looking approach. And a quick outing at the front row. The play over is tipped. And Letzuila muscles it down the line. Finally having a bit more success. Started off very strong, and he's been good from the service line all night. But offensively, he's had a bit of trouble in the last couple of sets. Greaves out to West. Tic-tac-toe there. Kind of just making it look a little too easy. High snap into the pot. Nobody moves. So point Greenbacks. Mitch Higgins grazing the tape, but it's a good pass. And Coop just frustrating the heck out of these Greenback blockers. There's a nice serve from Maddox Greaves. And Coop gets a good swing on it in transition. Played up by Laidlaw. Brunette out of the right side. That one's dug out of the middle. That's a point for Jordan Lance. It's a great choice from Alex Cook. In transition, to run the middle. And I'm not going to lie to you, we've seen a lot of missed serves in this set, but roughly the same amount for both teams. Bader muscles it through the block, dug by West, lets Wheeler off the block. Big point right there for the Greenbacks. If they can get one or two more, these points after 20 are so big. Clearly the Dinos coaching staff agrees with me. Got to stop the bleeding now. Try to let the server think about it a little more. Get some points now before it's too late. The overpass is misplayed. Jordan Lance is dug on the party ball. Scott Brunette. And the roll shot down the line is misplayed. Point Dinos. Kind of a weird rally for the Greenbacks. Something to move on from for sure. Letzuila passes it. It's kind of low. Right side to Brunette. Dug that time. Finnegan just has to set it over. Greaves, right side again. Brunette. Dug one more time. Hazelden manages to put that over. One more time for Brunette. Third time's the charm for the right side. And that's big time. Alex Cook. Looked like there might have been a net touch, but that was actually the ball. Flushes it down quickly. Wants to get those points back in a hurry, and he'll go back to the line. Ooh, that's not going to help. 23-21. Pushing it outside, Finnegan off the block. It's a hard swing, and Maddox Greaves, well, I mean, he's just having some trouble blocking up that left side. Got to find a way out of that rut. Latsuila. He's having some success late in this set. Set point right now, trying to push this thing to 5 sets, and in fact, the 10th set of the night over here. I don't know how the women's games have been doing, but this is a particularly long-winded playoff session. Big serve from Latsuila. Alex Cook outside. Koopy replays it. They're going to call it a touch on the block. Point Dinos. Dinos live to see another day. And it's a serving sub. Jacob Reed, also a setter. Keith West dug by Bader, and it's Coop off the block. That one falls. We're going to 5. The block of Mitch Higgins, extending the night to its longest possible outcome. 25-23. Stick around. We're not quite done yet here at the State Campus Center Gymnasium. All right, here we go. set number 5. A tip is put back by Hazelden. Into the middle, Higgins dug. Outside to Keith West, into the block. First points going to the Greenbacks. And Will Young's libero instincts kicking in, telling him not to play that ball, and he was right. Tied up at 1. With number 1 serving, Hamish Hazelden, into the net. Big serve from Greaves. Right side set to Finnegan. Once again, that cross body shot is so deceptive. Looks for all the world like he's going cross, and then he just cuts in line and makes it look easy. Burnett on the left side this time. He's trying to hand at every position. We've got time for one more conversation between Keith West and the ref, and I'm not exactly sure what the yellow's for, but in the end it is only a warning. Coop tips it over, that one's dug. There's no one out there to swing at it. Alex Cook pushes it outside. Coop high up off the block. And Lance finds the floor. Keith West was in the right position, just couldn't quite make the dig there. Good pass from Latuila. Liam Laidlaw goes up and punches it down. As one of the Greenbacks' bearded middles goes back to serve, the other one enters the court. Outside set, Bader. Deep corner. Oh, they are calling it out. Point Greenbacks, 5-3 now the score. Alex Bader, another hard swing. Jordan Lance puts it a little too deep. Burnett is dug on the right side. Bader with the roll shot. Greaves back set again to Burnett off the block. Kept alive. Bader the roll shot. Outside to Latuila, trying to go a wipe off the block. It's still alive. Burnett is dug once again. Outside to Bader off the block and in. Mitch Higgins finishes it. So many blocks, so many digs, so many transition roll shots. And then a bit of an early lead here. Going the way of the Greenbacks. It's a great serve from Laidlaw. Coming up to Alex Bader, and Burnett houses Alex Bader. It's Burnett and Mitch Higgins closing it up. Some big time blocking here. Finishing these rallies when that is just a tiny microcosm of what you're trying to do here in this fifth set. It's close the game out strong. Well, closing rallies out strong is so important. And that's what the Greenbacks are doing right now. Mostly with their blocking. Shutting down Bader is huge. Shutting down Finnegan would almost be a death sentence for the Dinos. Laidlaw's serve passed off the net by Coop. Bader soft blocked, played up by West, right side to Brunette, and tries to wipe it. And at this point, it might be a little too much talk. And red card for Alex Bader. Should be noted that it's not an instant red, it is the second yellow. But that is an instant point for the Greenbacks. There's just a little too much talk in there from Alex Bader. So I'm no lip reader, but the general sense I'm getting from the body language of this conversation would lead me to believe that he's just telling both teams to cool it, or he's going to start handing out more cards. Because Cook is trying to plead his case, West is pleading his case. And looks like the head ref has just had enough. Had enough of the talk. It also looks like there might be something wrong with the score. And we're just giving it a quick rotation check. Either that or my score is wrong. I'm pretty sure, in case of a dispute, you take the scorer's table as correct. Brunette floats it in. Out to Bader. Off the block and dug by West. Latuila off the hands of Alex Cook. Burnett continues to serve. Right side, Tim Finnegan. Lucky bounce there. Off the hands of one blocker, into the hands of another blocker, and down to the floor. So the Dinos not out of this thing yet. Nice cut by Mitch Higgins. Sees the opening in the block and finds a way past it. A good serve by Latuila. Will Young, Mitch Higgins tips it. Hamish Hazelden. There's a sign of life for the Dinos. Trying to stay alive here, only down by 4. But with only 5 points left for the Greenbacks en route to a finals appearance, Dinos have got to make a run. And that's a good way to start. Tim Finnegan. Pushing line. He took nothing, cross. He took nothing but cross court and read it perfectly. Stuffs Keith West. He'll give him another shot. West tips it over. Outside, Coop off the hands. And they're coming back here. Only down by 2. Latuila passes it up right. Oh, 61 set is dug. Hazelden. Another kill for the Dinos. They're rolling. And that's a pretty quick timeout from the Greenbacks coaching staff. They finally get Hamish Hazelden involved in the game after several sets of silence. Well, not silence, but it was a mostly outside-dominated 3rd and 4th set. And Hamish did not see too much of the action, but he's getting back in here now when it counts. And it's up to Bader to keep these serves in. Ooh, the setter dump from Maddox Greaves. All kinds of tricky. Alex Cook to Hazelden. Doug and West will set the ball deep. Young to Finnegan. Put back and still alive. Alex puts it over. Alex Cook, that is. Into the middle. Another Greenbacks point. This time Liam Laidlaw out of the middle. The Greenbacks on the strength of their defense, keeping these balls up and killing them in transition. Jacob Reed, number 6 here, coming in. Float serving as a serving sub, going after West. Pass and swing from Keith West. Block goes down off Tim Finnegan's hand, and the head ref is calling it in. West gets it again, the tip. It's dug by Cook. Finnegan sets Bader out of the back row. And that does it, a missed dig from Scott Brunette. Ties it up at 12. It's a good serve, a lot of movement. What a set from Greaves! And a one-handed dig from Alex Cook puts it into the wall. Point Greenbacks. Up by 1 here. I'm curious to see if Maddox Greaves is going to go with his bomber spin serve or just a nice, safe float serve. Nope, let's go for the spin. It's a good one. Finnegan into the block and down. Keith West bringing his team to match point here, 14-12. And we got time for one final timeout here. One last gasp before we finish off this second semifinal. And find out which team will meet the JVC Timberjacks in the final and which team's season is over. Coming up after this timeout. Here we go. Maddox Greaves into the net. He put it all on black. And it did not work out for him. Tim Finnegan, serve at Kyle Hall. It's right side. Keith West, dug by Finnegan. Liam Coop, Lance puts it over. Right side to West. The tip is dug. Coop swings, deep corner, that's in! 14-all! Liam Coop keeping his team alive here. We're going to extra points, baby. Finnegan with the float. Hall, Greaves, right side, West! That's out! Point for the Dinos! And I was wrong. We got time for another timeout. 15-14. 3 unanswered points by the Dinos after that timeout. The Greenbacks have got to find a way to side this ball out. Finnegan's serve is over. Alex Cook's play ball is dug. And West puts over a free ball. It's Alex Cook. Oh, I see what happened. The free ball pass by Will Young going up, and Alex Cook eager to flush that ball down. Forgetting that you can't attack the ball that's been set by a libero. Jordan Lance puts in another one. And here we are one more time. I've got to believe that if the ball comes back over And the Dinos get a chance for a kill. It's going to Alex Bader. But here goes Coop with the serve. Oh, the block is dug. It's Lachuila trying to tip it over. Right side, Scott Brunette. Dug by Finnegan. Outside to Bader. And the Dinos win! Greenbacks block is on the net. Dinos giving props to the crowd, as do the Greenbacks after a somewhat contentious game. As teams go to shake hands, Dinos book their ticket to the finals, and we'll find out which player wound up player of the game. Player of the game for the Greenbacks, number 13, Mitch Higgins. And for the Dinos, number 20, Liam Coop. Both playing for the UFC, both putting on great performances. As the teams congratulate their boys, I want to congratulate you people for watching all 10 sets of these semifinal matchups and sticking it out to the end. I am so proud to have you here with me. And if you just can't get enough, come back on Saturday, where we will be hosting the finals in this very gym, but on a feature court. We will not be doing bronze medal games. It will just be a gold medal affair. 1 p.m. the women's game, and 4 p.m. the men's final. So we'll see you there for that. Thanks for hanging out. My name is Brent Ingram. Happy to be here with you. We will see you on Saturday for the conclusion of the inaugural season of the Calgary Premier League here at the SAIT Campus Center Gymnasium. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you on Saturday.